Hey, okay guys, so it's Mr. TPT. Just got a quick video that I thought I should do. This video is going to be on weight loss and why you should or you shouldn't run or do endurance training, or maybe you should lift and gain some muscle. So we're going to look at two different things: running, endurance training, and lifting and gaining muscle. Okay, so a common misconception is how do you lose weight? Everyone thinks of long runs straight away, of diets and stuff, but if you focus on exercise, everyone would think primarily it's running or something long and boring. No one really thinks of lifting that much, but the way the running endurance training works is you do lose weight, but sometimes, most of the times, it's not only fat, most of the times it's muscle as well. So it's slightly counterproductive when you think about it. So you go on a long run, you do burn some fat, but at the same time your muscles get smaller and not as strong anymore. So you lose strength and size. It depends. If that's your goal, then it's fair enough. But for some, it's not ideal. So I think you should always keep the muscle tone, muscle mass, and try and reduce the body fat, which is probably everyone's goal. Endurance training, it may result in less weight, but the weight may be the weight reduction might be coming from fat, or it might be coming from muscle loss, as well, as we talked about just earlier. Whereas if you would lift and do things as circuit training, interval training, where you do lift some weights, where you apply resistance on muscles and you try and make them grow a little bit more as well. Still lose the weight, so you burn calories, but at the end of it you would try and keep your muscle mass. It's only if you have an ideal diet, okay? As long as you have a balanced diet, both should be fine. But if your diet is not balanced and you're in a calorie deficit, both ways you're going to be losing muscle mass and fat, which is not ideal. And it's not healthy. So being in a calorie deficit, you would lose weight regardless of what you're doing. But look at this way, okay? So if you do endurance training, so let's go for runs, you look at it as two different cars, okay? Someone who runs, imagine as a small car with a small engine, and someone who lifts or do circuit training, slightly bigger car with a bigger engine, okay? So if those two cars have the same tank of gas, which one do you think is going to go further with the same amount of fuel? Obviously the smaller one is going to go further because it uses less per mile and so on and so on. And the bigger one, for the bigger engine, will use more calories to go the same distance. So how do you look in real life at this? So basically someone who trains for endurance, they would have smaller muscles, more efficient, and they could go for further, longer distances, and it wouldn't require as many calories. But someone who's got bigger muscles would burn same calories throughout the day rather than someone who's got smaller muscles. Because what happens when you increase your muscle mass, your basal metabolic rate increases as well. What that means is your daily activity, so sitting at home, walking to work, sitting at work, whatever you do, the calories you burn per hour a day will increase with your muscle mass. So the higher muscle mass percentage of your body is, your basal metabolic rate will increase, okay? So if you're still thinking of that car and the engine thing, so a smaller car with a smaller engine is a endurance type of trained person, and someone with a big engine, big muscles, will burn more per mile or per hour per day than someone who's got a small engine, smaller muscles, endurance training. Another misconception, which I should put out straight away: a lot of women, for some reason, are afraid of getting too masculine. So they think if you start lifting and if you're not running, you're gonna bulk up, you're gonna get too big, and that does not meet with their needs or their goals, and they just don't want that, okay? I can assure you that it will not happen. You have to train really hard, focus on muscle mass and growth to be big. A lot of people try and do that, that's why everyone struggles. It's not that easy. Do not expect to bulk up in 2-3 weeks or whatever, in a month, and look like someone from CrossFit Games or bodybuilding stage, okay? That will not happen, I can assure you. But even a slight increase in your muscle mass will really aid you in your fat loss. So again, just to sum this up, so you've got someone who trains for endurance, which is really good. There's loads of benefits, but when you look at someone who lifts and they're both going for weight loss, just look at time consumption. So look at someone who goes for a run and you stay on a treadmill for an hour and over an hour and so on, and someone who can come in the gym, lift, smash some weights, do interval training and burn the same amount of calories. The percentage of fat may be different, but you could burn a lot more in less time while doing interval training. So just look at the two things. Both are good, both are really good for you. But when you look at weight loss, I think it's up to you to choose. At the end of the day, I'm just another guy at the gym. Alright? See you later, guys. Keep any comments down below. Click like, and if you've got any questions, just let me know. See you later.